Okay, I think we're here.
Are we live?
I think we are live. Our son gave us a bunch of updates on this platform that we're using, and it messed with me, and I didn't know what we were doing. So let's see if we can get this. Let's see if we are getting people on here. Come on. I think I have to go to. I can't tell if we have people on here or not.
I know. Let me grab my.
How is everyone today? Hopefully we have people on here, but I am just logging on, seeing if we can figure it out. Oh, yep, there we are. Nose to Self is live. Woohoo! Hi, Grandma Lo, how are you? Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a subscriber. We just did, Mother Baggins. Hi. You're probably going to see us all over again. We just got off of a live on the other platform. And so here we are working on trying to figure out this one because the other platform is so much easier to use. But, so here we are trying to figure this one out. Yay. Let's see. I wish that
Grandma Lo.
Yeah. So this is a recap of our episode last night. So Cory and I actually went to bed last night and almost forgetting to watch because we have so many family members in town right now that are staying with us. And we almost forgot to watch it. And then we got in bed and I was like, oh my gosh, it started 5 minutes ago. Should we just grab the laptop and watch it in bed? Which is what we did. And oh my gosh, it was crazy. Oh, Hi, Jan Patel. He says you made it. It's a big deal. D-I-L-L. I think it's our Utah accent. So many people say that. Yeah. So we sat there last night and watched the whole thing. And oh my gosh! And I thought, you know what? I'm going to create a video while we're watching this, and I'm going to talk about it while we're watching it. And that was probably a mistake because I might not have said so many nice things on that live video. Somebody says, oh my God, I almost missed the live and the show last night. Yeah, there was a couple times I try to just give our honest reaction to things. Like, we don't talk about it. We don't plan it ahead of time. We just, we don't, hey, we're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about that. We just talk. And when we do here. And so last night I made a couple of different films. And Cory's like, you can't put that on there. You had to rewatch or delete it and start over again because oh my gosh, some of the stuff that happened last night. So I'm sure Cory loved laying in bed watching his old friend Robin. No, he did not. Let's see, the mid-season trailer at the end is amazing too. We were all thinking it too. Oh my gosh, last night, come on, could this woman and this man be any more self-absorbed than they are? It's just mind-blowing to me. And so today, we're not going to watch it minute by minute. We already suffered through the episode enough. So we're going to just talk to you guys. But today, a different content creator mentioned my channel on her video. A couple of them did, but this particular one, then she played a little bit of a video that I had made a couple days ago. So we'll talk about that here. And she believed that Cody's tears at the end when he was hugging Mary were genuine and real. And I don't believe they're real at all. And so my mom, we have a bunch of family staying with us for the night until Sunday, and they're all slowly trickling in and arriving today. And so my mom sat down. I was telling her about this content creator who featured one of my videos on her post, and I said, and she thinks these tears are real. And my mom's instant reaction was, bullshit. Those were not real. And so when you've lived this way and you are treated this, the way that he is gaslighting these girls and the way that he is breadcrumbing them, you see it for what it is. And so I kind of wanted to clear some of the things up around what this other particular content creator, and then maybe I could have been a little bit more eloquent in the video that I made. So one of the things that I said in there is, if you are raised in a religious extreme community, the basic foundational principles of the things that you are taught are shame and guilt. 99% of your operating system in your mind when you function is based on shame and guilt. And you know exactly how much shame and how much guilt to feel. And so you look at that and you wonder, okay, I'm not going to use the bubblegum analogy anymore because we just talked about bubblegum on the other platform. But if you steal something, is that the same level of shame or guilt as if you commit adultery or you unalive somebody? Is that the same amount of shame and guilt? Or do you feel more shame and guilt based on, is there like a step system of what to feel guilty about and what to feel shame about? Or is shame and guilt just shame and guilt and you feel equal amounts for every single thing you do? When you're raised in religious communities, you are literally foundationally taught to believe to everything is shame and guilt. If you don't feel shame and guilt, then you're a psychopath. You're not righteous enough.
Right. You need that righteous shame, you can have righteous anger, but you also need the right amount of righteous shame and guilt to go along with it.
And so if you don't feel that shame and guilt, a lot of psychologists have classified those people as psychopaths because they don't feel that shame and guilt. So what happens in religious communities is they don't change their behavior. They just know how much shame and guilt to feel about whatever it is that they have done. And so that's what my video is about. I don't think he's genuinely sorry.
No.
He knows he should be feeling shame and guilt for what he's done.
This is the third wife leaving.
Right.
So
feel
bad about that.
In his mind, he believed, look at what a good person I am because I feel so much shame and guilt about this. I'm so sad about this. So therefore, I must be a good person because I feel this shame or guilt. I'm not a psychopath. Psychopaths literally cannot feel that shame and guilt. So I said I did not believe that he really felt this way. I don't believe those tears were genuine. I don't believe that what he was saying was genuine. I really, truly, and it's because I have been gaslighted by my ex-husband this same way. I've watched my dad do it to my mom. I've watched these men do it to these women over and over and over again. And so I think, did he believe that he was sad in that moment? Absolutely. But then he convinced himself, look, I'm a really good person because look how sad I am about this. Doesn't mean he's a really good person. What means you're a really good person is changed behavior. And he doesn't have changed behavior. He's lost 3 wives in 2 years. That's not changed behavior. That's not, hey, I feel bad about this and I'm going to I'm going to correct the situation. He's just going to stand on national and international TV and cry about it. And then make a scene in a production in front of Mary and her friend and her brother-in-law. And so that's why I'm saying I don't believe that it's real. So anyways, this content creator, that was a long explanation, but this content creator used my video on her and her name's Sarah Fraser. She's got the Sarah Fraser show. She has interviewed Mary. So, I mean, and I don't have any problem with her, talking about it or anything like that. I just kind of wanted to go into it maybe a little bit deeper because when I made the video, maybe I didn't explain it as clearly as I could have. But yeah, it was, so these men, what they do is they know how much shame and guilt to do, how much shame and guilt to feel so that they know that they're a good person. And then they go do it again. That doesn't mean that you're sad about it. It doesn't mean that you learned a lesson. Changed behavior is what makes you a good person, not the amount of guilt or shame that you feel about something. That does not make you a good person. That means that you are good at knowing what to do with your how much guilt. Let's see.
It means you're a righteous person.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, if you're going to flog yourself forever because look what happened. The mid-season, thank you, Ella, for being a subscriber, says the mid-season trailer at the end was amazing too. Oh, thank you for the gifts. You guys are so sweet.
Yes, you guys are awesome.
And so let's see. Hey, just joined, so much to talk about. Yeah, this episode is nuts. So thank you guys for joining. We've got quite a few people on here right now. Robin showed up and lurking, waited to be noticed is so on brand for her. It really was. Yeah. Yeah, an hour episode should have taken us a little less than an hour because we could skip through some of the commercials. We didn't go to bed till an hour and 45 minutes it took us to get, because I had to keep pausing it and then we're both just like, what the freak did we just watch? the best part of that show was Robin flying out of the ATV, I said. So at the end, there's a...
Was it Robin?
Yeah, I think a lot of people confirmed that was Robin.
Just so thankful that was one of the kids.
Yeah, glad it wasn't one of the kids. And honestly, what is up with this family? Like, what, they need to be safer. Mm-hmm. Lucky enough to get the clips on TikTok last night. I'm sure I missed a little though. Oh, I just did one clip that it only lets you go up to 10 minutes. And so I tried to, but then I was recording so much at the beginning that I tapered it off at the end because I was like, oh my gosh, I got a comment about this. Oh my gosh, I got a comment about this. I'd cry too if my main source of income was moving. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But thank you guys for sharing the live video. Cody's tears were for his ego because he failed a plural marriage, not because he'll miss Mary. Mm-mm. And that's exactly what I'm saying. He is not sad about that. Does he feel like a failure? Well, yeah, he failed a plural marriage 3 times. And it's yet to be seen if he'll be able to keep things together with Robin. So, yeah, I'm sure that those tears were genuinely... someone says, same, when you're raised Catholic, shame and guilt. And it's so true. And so this is how we justify that we're good people. I do it too. I have done it in my lifetime where I've done something super shitty. And then later on, I'm like, oh, and then I want to change my behavior. But there's times where I haven't changed my behavior. I just keep acting like a shitty person. And that just means I know how much shame to feel or guilt to feel about it. Doesn't mean I'm a good person. Cody's tears were a cheap attempt to clean up his image for the camera. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Showing that he has shame and guilt, so therefore he is a good person. It wasn't real. My mom's reaction was instant. Bullshit. So I don't know if we can swear on here. This episode kind of got me a little crunchy.
So season, let's see, we're on 19. Mm-hmm. Season 20 is Cody and Robin's divorce, and then season 21 will be Bachelor.
Yeah,
the Bachelor.
We were saying Cody's obviously loves reality TV, mm-hmm. So next year will be him and Robin's divorce, and then he'll be on the Golden Bachelor, trying to find a new wife. Robin was like a dark cloud coming in. Everyone put their laughs and smiles away. I know. She sucked the oxygen right out of the air. It was horrible.
Theme music.
Yeah. Oh. So one of the things I wanted to mention too is last night they did, they're showing Mary and, they're showing Christine and her engagement, and Aspen got up there and said, we're so happy for Mom. We did not realize just how unhappy she was until we saw her be happy. And Cody has alluded to this over several different episodes where he has flat out said, I didn't know that I was unhappy because every other marriage around me was the same as mine. And so, and you could look at your marriage and go, oh my gosh, I'm so glad that mine's not as bad as so-and-so's marriage. So you think that's happiness, and that's actually not happiness. That's just comparison to someone else's crappier the marriage than what you're in. And so when Aspen said that, I paused the camera, obviously, or the video, obviously, and I was like, that's so true. When I was married to my ex-husband, I thought that was as good as it was going to get. I didn't know that I could be truly, honestly happy. Thanks, love.
Thank you.
I really didn't. I had no idea until I was well into a marriage with Cory and going, oh my gosh, this is how good it can get. I had no idea. I just thought that that's just the way that you were. So when Aspen says that, oh my gosh, what are you laughing at?
Nothing.
We're going to get to those comments?
Accurate, yeah.
Yeah. I was worried it was Sol or one of the girls, that fell off the ATV. That's horrible. Let's see. I thought Nathan was going to cry or was crying. Yeah, of laughter. I think he was laughing. It was so awkward and so uncomfortable for Jen and Nathan in there.
Oh, he probably did shed some real tears. So.
Mel, I'm sure your second husband wasn't that bad. He wasn't. He was amazing. But my third husband is the best out of all 3 of them. So he was an amazing second husband. He really was. I'm the one who lost my way for a while.
Second husband was younger and sexier than the third one.
And humble. So much more humble.
He was so humble.
So much more humble than the one we had. Let's see. I'm going to get some more of your comments. I noticed how uncomfortable Nathan was with Cody crying. It was so awkward. And I really hope, another reason I don't think that was genuine was Mary reaches in and tries to comfort him. And then she wants a little comfort of her own. And he keeps trying to back up and stop. He doesn't want to hug her. He tries to let go of her several times. And she just kept holding on and kept holding on. So I really hope that Jen, cleans some of that up after they left, because...
Well, and Nathan will give him the priesthood kiss and make him feel better too. So it'll be a good bonding moment for each of them.
Nathan and Cody can do the kiss of the priesthood afterward.
Yeah, make each other feel better.
Yeah. Mary seemed like she was the least bit interested in Robin's theatrics. I agree. She was not interested in those theatrics at all. She had... And that's the thing of why do you have to show up and make it all about you? It's really not. It's really let Mary have her moment of getting out of there. Robin was trying her hardest to get Mary to cry, and Mary was not today, Robin. I love it. I love how strong Mary was in this episode. And like I said in my video last night, Robin came in and sucked out all the energy and all the oxygen in the room. And Janelle showed up as a breath of fresh air and breathed life into Christine and was so happy for her. Look at the contrast in those two relationships. It's insane. I believe Mary has healed and moved on from some of that, but what a toxic situation. What were you going to say?
Nothing. I'm just
okay.
Waiting for you to get to the comment that I was laughing at. So.
Like when you left your second husband for your third husband.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to do a series on that. We are in the planning stages because it's we've healed a lot through it, but we want to be able to deliver it in a way that is not, that's helpful and not, that will hopefully help other people going through hard things in their marriages. And when they think divorce is the only option. I've had to make a real amends, super humbling. Yeah. Let's see, I'm going to get back here. Sorry. Mary seems like she was the least bit interested. Yeah. I really am very proud of Mary in that episode last night. A lot of people have had their opinions about her Worthy Up program. And, oh my gosh, every time you read a comment and you look up smirking, I want to know what you're reading. Then I feel like last night kind of proved to some degree how much she has healed, because she might have gotten sucked into that victim, villain, hero scenario that they wanted to have going on, and she didn't. She didn't let herself get sucked into that. She was very clean, very clear about it. Now, there's a lot of opinions about the backing up scene in the truck and how quickly... Now, it wasn't quickly because we're seeing the scene, and then the couch interview is, I'm sure, a couple months later, because Mary looks different, a lot different. And there's a stark contrast in the way that their energy is about that. And, we laughed about that because we're like, Cody went home and told Robin what happened, and Robin gave him his opinion about it. And that is why there's such a stark contrast on the couch about it. That it's, and I personally found it inappropriate. Based on the religious teachings that we were taught, that was an inappropriate behavior. But it was a tit for tat inappropriateness. Season 1, there was some inappropriateness that went on also.
Mm-hmm. So based on their dogmatic religious beliefs.
Right. So when Mary's shirt really came in handy in several points last night, because Robin came into the family and did some pretty inappropriate things before she married Cody, and made some pretty inappropriate demands of Cody and his time. And I guess karma does come around, because now Mary's doing something maybe Robin would feel is inappropriate with her husband, and that's karma coming full circle, and we all got to watch it last night. When Cody offers to walk Mary down the aisle like he still owned her or something, it was bonkers. That's the thing with these men. You are property. I have made a TikTok, 2 different TikToks on this, about women being property. They own you, and they own you forever. And that's why a release is such a big deal, because they literally own you forever, and they know it. And so, yeah, why would he even say that?
Because he's the righteous priesthood holder, and she needs a righteous priesthood holder to give her away. And it's him showing that he didn't abandon her, or whatever the wording in their release was, that he didn't abandon her, and that he is willing to help her along in life. So his tears, his help is probably just to goat the priesthood leaders into I didn't abandon them. How dare you?
I didn't abandon them. Look, I'm helping move. Yeah. I'm helping move her. I'm not abandoning her. I'm getting her the hell out of here.
Yeah.
And Cody comes out as the bachelor and nobody claps. It's just the sound of his heels running away. Oh my gosh, that'd be so funny. Mary running backside into Cody made me ill. She went on way too long with it. I think there was more that we didn't see that was edited out, because it did seem like an excessive amount of laughing for what we saw. So I think thank you guys for the gifts.
Yes, thank you. You're awesome.
And so I think that's some of it.
So blessed.
Yeah, that performance was for Jen. It's all about the ladies. And I agree. And let's just talk about Jen and Nathan's face in that. Oh my gosh, it was hilarious. They were both like, are you kidding me? Oh, thank you guys for the gifts. I'm seeing them on my other computer to the left here. Thank you. That was, I loved how they looked down like, are you kidding me right now? This is ridiculous. Part of the fun of these lives is watching Cory read ahead and reacting silently. I know, I'm like, from now on, you get to take over and you get to read all the comments.
Read all the stuff.
And then I get to read the comments ahead of time, and he's like, nope, not happening.
No,
that's my job.
This is my best part.
I thought Nathan was going to cry or was crying. No, I think Nathan was, those were tears of laughter. He was laughing. I don't
know, he might have been getting emotional. He probably wanted them to stay together, but...
Well, because Mary's his brother or sister-in-law, and then Cody's is one of his best friends. So I could see that, but I don't know. I think it was just awkward. If I was Mary's friend in the room to witness Cody's theatrics, that man wouldn't be standing. Yeah, I would have told him to.
They were letting go of some righteous tears, so.
Yeah.
They were good righteous tears they were letting go.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. We need to talk about how Robin gave Mary a gift and she opened it for her. That was hilarious, first of all. She just needed camera time, and she needed to show, like, literally, girl, you brought Mary a gift that she would have to pack. She's already packing. Honestly, I really hope that she threw that gift in that journal in the trash along with that bedroom set. And so I love that they're talking, if you haven't seen it, I did a video on the bedroom sets that go viral. You're cracking me up, babe. Mm-hmm. And it went viral about bedroom sets and why they're so important. And they keep getting brought up this season, which I had no idea they were going to be, but they are. So anyways, so if you want to check that out. So I love it that Mary was like, yeah, I'm not keeping this bedroom set. I'm getting rid of this. This is getting out of here. Let's see. Do you all know Nathan and Rebecca? I know of Nathan. I've met him several times. I grew up with Rebecca and her family with Mary. And so I do know Rebecca. But I don't know them personally, no.
I don't know either one of them. So
yeah.
So
no, I know of them. The AUB, I got married so young that I didn't know a lot of people. I mean, I know a lot of people, but there was people that came into the AUB after I got married, and some of them I didn't meet, and he was one of those. We all know your hubby is the best. I knew it as soon as he said he survived Robin. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So, we'll get into that at the end about your mom and our conversation last night about Robin's mom, or Robin's dad and Cory's dad, and they're falling out.
Yeah, we'll let her. I'm thinking that I'll let her tell the story from her perspective.
Last night, it was so funny.
Way better than my perspective.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Cody's like, dude, I'm a married man. Back off, Mary. And I just think it's funny that he wanted to make it all about him. I wonder what Nathan really thinks about Robin as a person. I know, because I feel like I filter what I think, and people think I'm not very nice about Robin. I feel like I really filter it a lot. I feel like I could say a lot more than I do say. Cory says small amounts, but they're very, very, like, big amounts.
I try to use righteous priesthood talk. She's a wonderful soul or something like that. She's got a great personality somewhere. I don't
Yeah,
think
so in the
that's
polygamist
truth,
community, if you get introduced to a girl and she's got a great personality, that's a run and hide. She'll tear your family apart.
Mm-hmm.
I think Jen is a queen. I think that the friendship has helped Mary so much. I agree with you, and I love how Jen just says it how it is. I really do appreciate that about her. I hope that she kind of set Mary a little bit straight after that little fiasco.
Didn't she just give him a handshake too?
I don't know if she even acknowledged him. I don't think he acknowledged her. He just walked out and she just let him. Perfect example of gray rocking. I don't know what gray rocking is. What does that mean? Somebody maybe can tell us that in the... She had to show up to make her fake cry quota for the season. Yeah. Grandma Lowe says, Jen is the best friend ever. Mary got lucky with her. She really did, because honestly, and I've been using this a lot in my life lately. Thank you for caring enough about me to be honest with me. And I really feel like that's so important. When you love your people and you love them well, you're honest with them. And you tell them, hey, this is unhealthy for you. And I love, this part where Christine goes, I think Robin's been manipulating Mary for years. And because anyone who is a true friend would have said, girl, you're in a loveless marriage, get out. And then it flips right to Christine, or right to Robin, and Robin's like, Christine doesn't know anything about my relationship with Mary. And you can see it too when she's giving her this gift, that the awkwardness between the two of them. It's like Mary was very patronizing almost to Robin, like, oh, sweetheart, almost like a pat on the head. You're going to get through this. You'll get over this. And so I felt that Robin was very manipulating the situation to try to go her favor, and Mary was just like not having any of it. And I love that for her.
That's what they said gray rocking is.
Is what?
When you just become a stone, no reaction.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And I love that Mary's healed enough that what Cody and Robin do, it doesn't affect her like that anymore. And that's a true sign of healing.
To remain neutral and not to join the emotional debate. That's
right.
awesome.
Okay, that's awesome. I love that Mary said we all have phones. Thank you, the mother of, for that gift. It's so true, because we do have phones. How many people do we see anymore? Even Janelle and Mary seem to be communicating now, which I love. I love that for her. So here's another thing about...
Thank you, guys.
About the whole video about whether I thought his tears were real or not. Because in the upcoming episodes, if he was genuine and genuinely sorry and wanted to be a good person, and those were genuine tears, he would make sure that these women left the relationship intact instead of financially intact. But he's not going to. I guarantee you this is going to get ugly. It's going to get financially ugly for all of them, and they're going to have to hire attorneys. When you're genuinely sorry for your actions or your sadness, you don't have to take it to the point of getting lawyers and attorneys involved. You genuinely want to make right for the wrong that you have done. That was not a genuine sorry. And so then Robin wanted airtime, and she brings in this gift, sucks all the oxygen out of the room, and then Mary's like, okay, I gotta get back to packing because you're not going to help me. I literally had to pause the TV when Robin's like, I wanted to help her, but every fiber, every cell in my being said I wouldn't be able to move for her because I wouldn't want her to leave. Has she ever tangibly done any work for this family? I was like, are you kidding me? What a selfish, self-centered person. You are going to be upset about this so you can't physically help her move?
She cleaned out all of the sister wives' closets.
That's what Cory said. Cory's like, she cleaned out all the sister wives' closet. Oh my gosh, what was the comment on the other live? That was so hilarious. It's now called the one and only closet.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Yeah. Did Bravo call you guys to be on the real estate show in Salt Lake City? No, but I'm actually good. I actually know everyone who's on there. Jen Yo is one of my favorite real estate agents ever. She's one of my favorite people.
Wait a minute, aren't I your favorite real estate agent?
You are my favorite. Okay. And I was my own favorite real estate agent for a while. But no, I actually served on the Women's Council of Realtors. I was a president here in Salt Lake City for the state. And or for the Salt Lake City branch, and Jen was one of my mentors for that, and I just love her. And she's been on a couple different reality shows. So no, we were not involved in that. Nor would I ever be involved in something like that. But it'll be fun to watch. It's interesting. And then one of the other girls that was on there, she was on my board when I was the president. She was on my board for a brief moment. Tina, the one that she no longer works with Jen. So you are so pretty. Does that help you get a better husband in the sun?
The best husband.
Yeah, help me get the best one ever right here. Well, thank you for the pretty comment.
Okay.
You two seem so codependent. Let's see. It wasn't even a good gift. Yeah, we're not codependent. I think she said LOL at the end.
Nice.
We're not codependent at all.
Mm-hmm.
Some days I'm like, yeah, no, we're not codependent in any way. If Robin wanted to get out and get Mary a gift, she should have given her the deed to her portion of Coyote Pass. That's what we said. Make sure that she's financially done whole, and you know that she's not, that you guys aren't just screwing these women over. They're going to screw them over. There's just no way about it. There's no other way around this. This is what happens in these polygamous communities. These men literally own you, and they own all the financial assets to the family, and they own everything. That he will never give these women a fair shake.
Thanks, Mother Baggins. Yep, it's my only wife's closet.
Oh, that's right. My only wife's closet. Yeah.
It's genius.
That's so, because Mother Baggins is the one who gave us that comment. So thank
awesome.
you. It was fantastic. Oh, that backing up and Cody saying that stuff is sacred for him and Sabin. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So that's what happens with a lot of these polygamous men. They have a loyalty feeling to one wife, and then it's almost really not even their fault, because he gets such an emotional connection with one woman that it almost feels like cheating for him when he is intimate with another woman, because all of his favor is going towards that one woman that he feels that intimate connection with. And so he feels like it is cheating for him. Even that's one of the reasons I believe he cut off physical contact and intimacy with Christine, is because Mary, he'd already cut that off with Mary. Janelle's not always interested in that. She just apparently likes to look at the six packs. Yeah, but the only one who really wanted to have a super intimate relationship with him physically was Christine. So he had to eliminate that so that he didn't feel guilty with Robin. And so that is something.
Maybe he should have eliminated the kissing of while one wife's in labor of a girlfriend.
Yeah. Yeah, and thank you, Pink Star. This is so true. It's also inappropriate to get rid of your sister wives. Very true.
I know I'm behind, but because I'm reading hers. Hi, little sister.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I have it pulled up here. Corey's got it pulled up on his phone. He's more caught up than I am. We don't have a moderator tonight. Everyone's getting ready for the holidays, and we will have a house full of people, but we are going to try to go live on Friday again, too.
Thanks, Jamie.
Hi, Briley. Thank you for being a subscriber, Briley. Cody wanted to keep up the family wreath when he said Mary is like his sister. That was disgusting. Like, I'm sorry, but my ex-husband, I don't want to be his sister. I don't want to be anything to him. He just keeps her close to keep an eye on her. Oh, shoot, I just jumped. Darn it. Okay, I jumped. Sorry. I'm going to have to find my way back.
Me.
Cory is too kind to Robin. No, he's not. Not when it's on camera. I'm like, you cannot say that on camera.
Because I'm a righteous man, or whatever. So
yeah.
I've got righteousness flowing through my veins.
No, we don't want to become a gossip channel either, so we want to be careful about the things that we say, but also speak like how we see it, but we want to be careful about that too.
My true feelings are right here.
Yeah.
Thank you, so blessed.
Yeah, you could tell Mary was so over Robin. Yeah, Briley, she absolutely was. Maybe Nathan was having flashbacks of his second wife leaving him, and that could have been the case where he was feeling an emotional, something sad about that. I don't know who his second wife was, and I don't know when or why she left him. I think Nathan is also divorced in the church, so that was maybe remembering his own experience. Yes.
Mother Baggins has it right. She says that he was crying because Cody doesn't look at him like that.
That's probably true. Cory can't talk about being married at 17 to his brother husband, so you have to run the show. I know.
She's way behind, but yes, that's the truth.
Yeah.
That's why she has to run the show, or I could just do the comments.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, this show just made me never want to get married. Oh, don't think that. Just don't get in polygamy, because we have a wonderful marriage, and I love being married. I love, like, there's this meme that says marriage is like having a sleepover with your best friend every night. I 100% feel that way. He's just keeping her close, keep an eye on her. He doesn't want to have to give her any money, and I think that's true. I 100% agree with that. All right, let's see. I'm going to get back to some more of these questions. I think Nathan is okay. We already did that one. I wouldn't keep the box springs of a mattress from any of mine. They were all tossed. I agree. I love that Mary said they were going to burn the family mission statement. She's like, I don't know what to do with this. Maybe I'm going to burn it. So
didn't work out.
That's not something that a lot of polygamous people do. That was very much made for this show. And then they show the whole mission statement scene. I had quite a few siblings that were in that episode, and they were there, and we paused and picked apart. There's my brother there. There's my other brother there. So there was a lot of people in my family that were there, but that's not something common that a lot of polygamists do. And that was more made for TV and a reason to have a party. And so really, she should burn it. It didn't work. Well, and why does she have the mission statement, not Robin or Cody? Why does she have it?
They probably have a copy of it, but in the AUB, that would probably be considered, because it wasn't written by the PSR, nefarious revelation.
I knew where you were going with that.
It is nefarious revelation. They came up with that mission statement and put it up on their walls.
Yeah. So blessed, Canadian. She goes, good thing I can multitask, listen to you, watch for Cory smirks, and then divert back to the comments. That's hilarious. You guys are fair, I think, without harming her. Yeah, I don't want to be gossip, but at the same time, it's like, it's so hard because I have a couple of other mothers that have the same energy as Robin. That's where some of my frustration comes from, because I've watched the way they've manipulated my mom through the years, me as a child. It's just, they're just shitty human beings. So there you go. Okay, let's see. Let me get back here.
Mary, who is Cory to Robin? Sorry, I stumbled just across this. Nothing. Ever.
Cory grew up down the street from Robin.
I have nothing.
And Robin's brother was her best friend growing up.
Was my best friend.
Well, was Robin's brother and Cory are actually born on the same day, same age. Just found that out on our last live. I didn't realize they were the same. I knew they were born on the same day. I just didn't realize they were the same age.
Zero relation, zero nothing. So
yeah, so he just grew up down the street from Robin. I grew up with Christine and Mary, and then met Cody the very first time he ever came out to the AUB. And so we're sitting down because we have our mothers staying with us this weekend. We're sitting there chatting with his mom last night. Oh my gosh, she's so funny. And she's telling us, so Cody took Mary on their honeymoon to their house, and that's where they stayed for their honeymoon. And then they would leave throughout the day and go do their activities or do whatever they wanted to do, and then they would come back in the evening or whatever. And then he also took Christine there for their honeymoon. So his mom's going off and telling us all this stuff last night. It was hilarious.
They wanted to see how a polygamous family worked living together.
Yeah.
And so apparently our family was on best behavior to show how it was working. And I wasn't there, so they kicked out the trouble guy so that they could see how a good family or a righteous family was living polygamy all together.
Because Cody was such a new convert when he married Mary, and so he wanted to see what does a functional what does a polygamous family look like if they all live in the same house.
We fooled them.
And so that's why they went and stayed up there on their honeymoon, is so that they could see what a polygamous family looked like that all lived in the same home. And I'm like, I don't think I'd want to go have my honeymoon on somebody's house that has 9 wives in the house and 100 and something kids. Like, that's insanity, but that's what they did. So, she certainly didn't get an 11-day honeymoon on the beach in San Diego.
Yeah, they got it at that cool house, our house, so I guess.
Yeah. Oh, thank you for those gifts. Wait, did anyone catch Robin reading Mary's shirt? That might have been where the tears came in when Robin was in the car. Is that she read Mary's shirt and realized it was about her. So Mary's like, here, you want to make it all about you? Or here, go ahead and read my shirt. It can be all about you. she knows no manual labor, does she? She really doesn't. What'd you just say?
Katie said, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Cory's little sister's on here, and she actually lived in the house when they came on their honeymoon.
Yeah, that's what she's just saying.
Oh, my gosh. I forgot about that.
That they were there and had them watch a VHS. Man, that was a long time ago.
It was. Well, they got married the year before I did, so would have been their 34-year anniversary this year. Let's see.
That is where they got the dream of the one house.
Yeah.
So we fooled them.
Yep. Cory's dad was one. I think your dad had the most wives out of all of the people up there in Pinesdale, up there in Montana. Cory's dad had the most wives, and then most of them were all in the same home, or the home right next door. So they were all in the same functioning area together.
A lot of kids, a lot of wives, all in the same real estate.
Yeah, I love this. Codependent equals Robin. Cody. Mm-hmm. Codependent. Yeah. If Robin wanted to help, she could have sent the nanny over.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Benji the Frenchie. That's hilarious. Robin learned a lot from being the first wife from her mother. I've heard that a lot. And just even talking to Cory's mom last night, I learned a lot more about Robin's mom than I knew before, that I did not know. It's interesting. I think a lot more of these, before I defended her a lot more, but some of the stuff I learned last night, maybe I'll back off defending her a little bit. Nathan was crying because he wished Cody looked at him the way he looked at Mary now. That's hilarious. A sister that he treats badly, yeah. Mel's on the TLC timeline while Cory's on the present day timeline. Oh my gosh, it's so true.
He said that 15 minutes ago, so.
I know. I'm trying to catch up, yo. It's just taking me a minute. Let's see. Oh, who is Cory to Robin? Sorry, just stumbled across this. Yeah, we already answered that 20 minutes ago. Cody's making Mary think Janelle. It's just taking me a minute. Let's see. Oh, who is Cory to Robin? Sorry, just stumbled across this. Yeah, we already answered that 20 minutes ago. Cody's making Mary think Janelle handles all the money. Okay, that's so manipulative, and this is what they do. And you're being able to see this so much. Is that he has literally pitted every wife against every other wife. And I don't understand that. I don't understand what happened with that. Why? Why is he pitted every single wife against?
Well, he's been telling all the wives, you got to be nice to Robin.
Yeah.
Robin, you got to be a good sister wife to Robin. Well, Mary did all of that. She fulfilled his whole list, even being a good sister wife. And it still didn't work. So.
Yeah. It's so bad. And so, yeah, I think it's really sad. Sorry, let me just look really quick.
She's a good multitasker, too.
Yeah. Somebody just hit us for unoriginal content.
Sweet.
There's a content creator out there who really just wants to do dirty on me, and because I won't give her an interview. And so she flabs my lives as much as she can, trying to get them shut down.
What was it? She's a special soul, too.
Yeah.
She's blessed.
So, and I'm just going to start calling it out when it happens, because she's been tagging some of my lives. And honestly, it might force me into not being able to use TikTok lives anymore because of it. I hope that's not the case. But, yeah, she likes to do, so she just, yeah. And I can't guarantee that it was her that just did that, but I'm going to just call it for what it is. They all had copies of the mission statement. I'm sure Robin has lost it in all of her boxes. Yeah, I've heard she's got a ton of boxes. Mm-hmm. Why keep memories that pain you? Robin got the gizzied up yard out of that party. I know. I saw an aerial view of that, of all the houses down there in Vegas. And that, yeah, hers was the only yard that was done. Mel is running the gossip mill. Cory's still in the trauma of the Sullivan family on his face. Yeah, Cory, just chatting with his mom last night, I learned so much more. So their family was one of the founders of Pinesdale, which is that whole community up there. And his dad was one of the primary founders of that. And so they knew a lot of the people up there. They knew, people coming in and out of the ranch. And of course, they're still up there. So, the house is, and some of the wives are still. Okay, so let me just see here.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just I'm gonna submit this appeal for because somebody just flagged it. So she keeps flagging all my lives. And what's going to happen is if I get a couple more, then my lives are just turned off for 30 days on YouTube, or on TikTok. Yep. So, so hopefully you guys will all find us on that other platform if TikTok doesn't do something about this soon. Okay.
Thank you, Mother.
Let's see. Oh yeah, true story. One of those trips is when he made us watch The Price is Right VHS. That's right. Cody was on The Price is Right. I forgot about that. And so he did. He brought up the video of him being on The Price is Right and made the whole family watch it.
She's blocked, but somebody else working with her, so.
Oh, there's just a bunch of minions that come on and try to mess with it. So I do apologize for that. Like, I don't want to acknowledge it or even call it out, but it's getting to the point now where we will not be able to go live on TikTok for a while because the harassment is that bad.
Yeah, we're just learning how to, instead of getting off, to challenge the warnings that are being sent. So see. I've done a ton of blocking. It doesn't do any good when you have 50 people who work for you. I am original content.
That's what I said. We're not copying. Like, if anyone's copied content, that creator has taken direct content of mine and used it in theirs. And I've never one time done that. So you want to talk about using unoriginal content? Let's see.
I lived that original content.
I'm like, this is us talking. We're like, literally, we have nothing on our camera, nothing on view. Imagine being the realtor trying to sell Christine's backyard of dirt when Robin had a full backyard. Yeah. I mean, we are realtors, so we can imagine that. It probably wasn't that much. Carolyn, Carolyn, you understand. Thank you, Carolyn. That same person flagged my live a couple days ago and got me taken down for a week. Yeah, we're right there at that cusp right now because that's basically what she's been doing, or having her minions come after us. It is. So I will be very sad if we lose this platform for a period of time, but you can always come and find me on the other platform that actually will listen to me if I file a complaint. This one is not listening when we file complaints. Share her name. I won't be doing that. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. And we can go battle on your behalf. Not petty, just fair. And I understand that, and thank you guys so much. I just don't want to engage with her at all. And I normally would never even talk about it in this depth. We've just been kind of trying to take care of it ourselves. But it's getting to the point where it's like, she just thinks she's the expert on this subject, and she has the niche in this market, and it's a cash cow for her. And so she's very much not an advocate for victims. I'm a cult survivor. And she's very much not an advocate for victims. She's very much worried about lining her own pocket. Okay, also, before the third flag, just disconnect the live so it doesn't get dropped. Oh, okay, that's a good to know. Let's see. Yeah, just restart. It doesn't matter if I restart the live. The restrictions are calculated. Cory is 1,000% original. Heavenly Father broke the mold when he made him. I agree.
I swear we know each other.
But I totally agree with that, because he came from this religion and this platform where these narcissistic behaviors are so prominent, and he doesn't. I mean, there's a few that he displays, let's just be real, but not. I mean,
I am humble.
It's the humbleness that gets him.
Comedy.
Hey, Nikki Crosby. Yeah, thanks for that comment, Nikki. That you'd be right on point right there. Is the other platform YT? Yeah. So that's where I originally started, and I only brought on this platform because my kids asked me to start it up over here. Thanks, Lizzie Tish. Yep. You guys all know. Thank you. Let's see. And I'm sorry, but I don't think I have a different opinion. This is not a cash cow. This is not a way this is a way that we can talk and tell our stories and hopefully inspire other people and help other people who are in similar situations.
Family members that we still have
that are getting out of this lifestyle. And that's really our goal, is to be able to help other people. I don't look at this as a cash cow where other people look at it as a way to make their money. And that's just not where we're in it for. Was this the finale of Sister Wives? No, I think we're just mid-season. I actually think there's like 10 more episodes, so we're gonna keep going with it. Cory's little sister says she definitely does not speak for people who actually know what it's like. No, she doesn't. Not at all. Yes, when you get that second flag, just shut it down the live and restart the live a few minutes later, which is really unfortunate because we lose so many people when we do that.
Flag, right?
It doesn't matter. It keeps it in a history, and if you get a certain amount within a certain amount of days, that's when they take away your live privileges. Let's see. Cory's rebel upbringing by not being a jerk. Yeah, it's like he didn't conform, and he's so kind and compassionate. I got you. Thanks, Nikki. That it is. He doesn't conform to the norm of some of these men. Cory, still don't know you, Cory. I'm in a different part of the country. Cory's gonna figure this out one day.
He
feels like you're a soul brother.
Yeah.
And it's not a sacred cow. There can only be one. Yeah. That's so funny. Let's see. We love watching you guys on here, and we definitely love being on here, so thank you.
Really do.
Did you guys watch the No Name Noah, and does the AUB have the same secret rituals as the Mormons? Yes, they do. So they have the temple, which is very similar as the Mormon temple, and the endowments are very similar. Rituals, secret signs, secret tokens. That I have actually gone through that ceremony. Cory has not. I went through it at 17. Yeah. And they actually still do baptisms for the dead. My mom corrected me on the last live that we did. I said I wasn't sure if they did that, and they do. They still do that. Let's see. In the preview, another man is on the property. Is that one of his brothers? Looks like his nephew. I don't know who that guy is. Some of the girls that Mary was talking to, I grew up with, so I do know who they are. Somebody says, I'm only on TikTok to support you both. I'll follow you on whatever platform you go to. Thank you. That's so kind of you. I'm so nosy. I'm not going to be able to sleep until I know who that creator is. Send me a DM. And so that's what happens when you have a million little sisters to keep you humble. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Cory's definitely
sisters. Thank
humble.
you guys.
So that's so funny. Go read the comments. Lots of people have said the name. They have. Thank you. Cory never got to watch the endowment show. We never actually. So we both joined the Mormon church after we left the polygamist church. And we got all the way up to almost going through the temple, but then we didn't. We never actually did. The LDS Mormon temple, not the polygamist temple. And so we never actually went through that.
Same rituals, same. I was like, nope, I'm good. I don't need that to get into whatever your heaven is.
Yeah, and I didn't know anything about it. I mean, I was 8 days into 17. I had no idea what was about to happen to me.
Surprise.
Yeah, surprise. There you go. So that was interesting. That was an interesting procedure. And then I did get a full release from the prophet at the time when I got divorced from my husband. Let's see. Oh, we have mothers sneaking in here. So, hi, Mom.
Hey, honey.
So let's see. So close you could have gotten your secret names. I do have one. He's the only one that doesn't have one.
I do have one too. I just made it up myself.
He just made his own secret name up. So yeah, so that is basically the gist of this whole episode.
Apostate.
Yeah.
That's what my secret name is to them, is apostate.
So what is the secret name? Somebody says, so when you go through the Mormon temple or the polygamist temple, part of the endowment or the secret ceremony that you do, you're given a secret name. You're given a name that you will be called forth when Christ comes back, or you'll be resurrected with that name. And so let's see, has your dad had any revelations since becoming the prophet? Not that I'm aware of. I'm curious.
Your wives.
Yeah, other than, he's the one advising people not to marry their wives legally. So maybe God told him that. I don't know. I am going to have to ask my mom that. Mom! So, has Dad had any revelations since he became the prophet?
Not to my knowledge.
She said not to her knowledge either. Other than Here, you gotta scoot toward me if you don't want all that stuff in the shot. Other than just don't marry your wives legally. Thanks, Mom, for that one. So, let's see. Spoilers, so many people have the same name, they rotate them. I found that out later. I did not know that. They use the same name all month long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they call my name apostate. You know how many people we coming through the way?
Let's see. So close. You guys could have got... Oh, yeah, I already read that. My grandparents worked in the temple. I never asked the details. Yeah, a lot of it they believe... one of the things that we were taught is that whatever is bound on earth is bound in heaven. So you come here to make all your promises, your commitments, your eternal companions. And so that's why you have these sealings, and that's why you have these ceremonies and promises, is because you come here to find that. And but so that, there is a scripture that says something to the effect of, and I'm no scriptorian, but if that's even a word, but what's bound on earth will be bound in heaven. And so that's why it's so important to them to come here to, to the Mormon church, the polygamist church, and come here and make those promises and those covenants.
That's why I give myself a blessing of you're going to fish a lot in heaven.
Cory makes promises to himself that he'll be a fisherman in heaven.
All the things I get to do for fun in heaven.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay. Always amazed me how many Mormons are in secular life, example, or put on a shelf. It's very true. That's a very true comment. Is your mom still married to your dad? Mom, you still married to dad?
According to him.
According to him, she says. She left. She's not had a priesthood release, however. She is on her way. She'd like to be done with that.
She'd have to ask him to get the priesthood release.
Yeah, she'd have to ask my dad,
PSR.
since he's the prophet, to get the priesthood release. I don't know if that's going to happen.
That's going to be an awkward conversation.
Yeah. I don't even know any kids of monogamous couples that are happy adults right now. I think we're very happy, and our kids are very happy, I think. Okay, I think...
We're monogamous.
Yeah. It's okay, Cory. Based on the celestial room on TV, it looks plain white and uncomfortable seating. Yeah, so Cory watched a video like that way before he got...
Yeah.
When he was just a teenager, and which is
God
what made him
Makers.
decide. Yeah, it's called The God Makers. It's on you can look
VHS.
but it's on YouTube too right
It's
now.
on VHS when I watched it.
Yeah. And so that's what made him decide he never wanted to do that. So if they can make up a religion, you can make up words. I agree. Catholics choose a new name at their confirmation, but they never use it. Yeah, you're not allowed to reveal that name. If you're a woman, the only other person who's supposed to know that name is your husband. Because he's the one who's going to use that name, because women cannot save themselves. Men are the only people who can save women. So that's why women have to be sealed or married to, sealed to a man who then knows that name, who can save them.
Messed up.
Yeah. Hi from Grand Junction, Colorado. Hi there. Do you guys save your lives for us to view later? I do. Yeah, so I upload them onto that other place. Is Cory's mom and dad still together? Cory's dad passed. They were still together when he passed.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
They're about a mile apart. So she still lives in the house.
Oh my gosh.
He's in the graveyard, so...
The graveyard's it's not a mile from your house. It's like half a mile from his house. So, yeah. That's horrible.
They were still together when he passed, though.
He passed in 2016. So, he passed
And she's never remarried.
No, she won't. I doubt it. Let's see. Thank you, Deb.
Yeah,
For you
guys
kids
are awesome.
born after the late 90s, VHS was like a DVD before DVDs. Thank you. Thank you, Mother Baggins. Appreciate that. Let's see. Yeah, Katie says our dad passed away. Yeah, he did a couple. I'm new, so apologies if this was already asked. Are you practicing polygamy? We are not. We are both just born and raised in polygamy.
We're practicing monogamous.
Yeah, no, we were both born and raised in it, and then my dad's the current prophet of the AUB, same church that the Browns came out of. And then I grew up with Mary and Robin. Or, gosh, why do I do that? I grew up with Mary and Christine, and Cory grew up with Robin. Have you been on the Mormon
Near.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you been
Same
on the Mormon
community.
podcast story? No, we haven't. I've heard that I think you have to apply to be on that, and I have not done that yet.
Isn't that the one Cody was on?
No, that was like
Okay.
Mormon discussions, I
Oh,
think.
okay.
And where the Mormon the other one, yeah. Headed to Tooele, Utah on Wednesday. Oh, that's pretty close to us. My husband can't remember the Wi-Fi password. I wouldn't trust him to remember some random name at a later time.
I would be going through all the names. I would have a ton of wives in heaven because I'd just be naming every name that I could to get.
All these women come
The
about.
only one I would delete from my memory when I got up there was the Robin one. So it's like Russian roulette. Who comes with the veil?
That's so horrible. Is he hanging out with Robin's stepdad in the afterlife? Probably. They were actually good friends.
No. I guess before.
Yeah, they were good friends before he passed. Yeah. Wait, Cody was on... Oh, so Cody... Or, let's see. Let me clarify that. Robin's stepdad and Cory's dad were friends.
Okay.
Yeah, and he's the one who passed, was her stepdad. Her
bio
dad is still alive, and they are not friends anymore.
That we know of.
That we know of. They were... Yeah, well...
I don't know if he's still alive. I'm sure he is.
Yeah, I think he is. Yeah, I just looked him up the other day because we have so many friends in common. So I just looked him up the other day and have... Yeah, I know who he is.
Okay.
Let's see. Wait, Cody was on The Price is Right. He was. Yep, he was on, and he sure loved to boast and brag about that. That's what I'm saying. This guy is a reality TV
He was a movie
junkie.
star before he was a movie star.
And he was, and that's what I'm saying. Once him and Robin are done, then he's going to go on the Golden Bachelor. I've experienced, although they would have to do something about his hair, I don't think they would let him on The Bachelor with that hair. Okay, I had a really hard time with that hair last night. We watched the big screen. I'm deaf and blind, and so I don't always see all those details. But when we watched it on my laptop last night in bed, I was like, what is happening with his hair? Oh my gosh, it's horrible. Yeah. Let's see. I've had experiences with those who have left before. Lots of time. Yeah. Callie says, sorry if this is too personal, but where are they all buried? As Catholics, most married couples are buried together.
My mom's not buried yet, so.
But
he is buried next to two of his wives.
Yeah.
I think.
In Pinedale, in Montana, they have their own cemetery. And so most everyone who lives up there is buried in that cemetery. So that's where Cory's dad's buried.
So he's actually buried next to his legal wife. She's passed on, and then another wife. So
Yeah.
I think that's the number.
And he says, Cory says, I was not raised by the same people as Robin. So true. Let's see, is Kay being his version of civil because the church is watching him? I don't think he cares if the church is watching him, to be honest.
But he wants to show them that he should have not been labeled as
An abandoned somebody who abandoned his family. So let's see. I've heard rumor that that Robin grew up AUB but lived almost like a secret family. Is there any truth to that?
Yeah, they weren't secret. They were loud. Sorry.
They were not secret. It's very common in the AUB and other polygamous people or places to have different wives live in different states. My ex-husband, I've said this before, had his father had a wife in Montana, a wife in Utah, and a wife in Mexico. It's very common. And all of us were taught not to be able to say that was our dad in public. So it's very common for this to happen. No, it's not. She was raised both her. Thank you, Kelly.
Yeah,
Both her bio dad and her stepdad were both polygamous. I love it there in Utah. Yeah, we have some beautiful, beautiful land here in Utah. Cory just names off biblical names, and that's where they usually get them. It's so true. Cory knows a lot. He's read the Bible and the Book of Mormon a lot. Cory's very... No, he's not.
I deleted more than...
No, he hasn't. He knows a lot. I'll have to go to him. What does this mean? Who even said this?
What's the Silk Road?
I used to watch Sister Wives, LOL, yeah. My great uncle had a little ranch in Vernal. Vernal's about 4 hours away from, 3 hours away from us, something like that. He'll have to shave his head. Yeah, Cody will, because I don't think they'll let him on with that hair. Oh my God, can someone please try to find The Price is Right with Cody on it? Yeah, I think he was with Mary on their, I think that was part of their honeymoon too, is they went out there. I don't know. I can't remember. I just remember it was on there. Did he get a new sister wife? I think that you're talking about Cody. I don't believe he has. How has the Price is Right never come up on 19 seasons of Sister Wives?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Yeah, he went on there, and I think I've seen the clip of it, but I can't remember. I can't remember anything about it. Cody's kind of in there, it's easy to forget. Okay, so we're gonna go for about 5 more minutes since my mom just got back here, and we don't want to leave her out there all by herself. He wouldn't make it all the way onto The Bachelor, but he would definitely get his ridiculous audition tape in. Yeah, that's probably true. Let's see. Did he get his military headstone, Cory? Yes.
Yes, he did.
And he had a military funeral.
His first wife and him were in the military, so that
they were both honored. Yeah.
2 military headstones up there.
Yeah, it was actually really pretty. It was really beautiful experience. I have to watch TV with captions and headphones. We're so blind and deaf anymore.
It's Kelly.
Loud and Proud. Yeah, that'd be Robin's family for you. Loud and Proud. You guys are awesome. Thank you. Cody doesn't care what anybody thinks. He just needs it to be all about him. It's mind blowing. So Positive Reality. Thank you for being a subscriber. It says, so raising the family as one is not the norm. No, I think especially in Utah, we were never raised in the same family or same household until I was 16. And then we all got into the same, then my dad doubled people up. So it's not as normal. A lot of times you just can't afford a house that big. But what's happening is they're moving farther and farther away from the city and buying up cheaper land. And so then they're able to create these larger homes.
That's why we were on Priesthood Compound, because you could build the big home, so that's what we did.
Yeah.
Our family built, my older brothers and dad and other
Yeah.
people built that huge home up there.
And so they live in these huge mansions. So the house up there has how many bedrooms? 12?
I don't.
Yeah, it's 3 levels.
Ridiculous amount. 3 levels.
That's why they call it the big
6,000
house, because it's huge.
6,000 square feet, I think. On 3 levels. So.
Paul wanted a wife in Vegas so he could hit up a show once a week. Yeah, I'm kidding. Yeah, so I think that what happened, so what Cory's mom was saying last night was that he worked in Vegas, Paul worked in Vegas, and so he took the one wife down there, and then he took Alice, Robin's mom, down there, but then he moved her to St. George, so she lived in St. George for a while. And so that's why they weren't together. So, did I say that right?
Yeah, kind of, but I think the timeline's so.
Yeah, I don't know the timeline on it.
St. George first, and then Vegas, but
yeah,
I don't remember. That was
yeah.
a long time ago.
What's the point of love, money, or power or religion? Yeah, it's really power. That's what it is. Oh, my sister-in-law grew up Mormon. My brother converted to marry her, and then they left the church. That happens a lot. You would not be surprised how much it happens. Or what happens too is that polygamous kids will leave, they'll join the Mormon church, and then they'll marry somebody, and then they'll take them back to the polygamous church. And that happens a lot too. And so Cory and I had to get real clear with each other that we were never going back to polygamy when we got there. I'd love to see that. Yeah, you might be able to Google it, the Price is Right video. I don't know. You might be able to Google it. I want to say that it roughly happened in 1991. So
1991?
Uh-huh. Yeah, because I thought it was when the year they got married, and that's the year I got married, and they got married shortly before I did. Oh, yeah. And Callie says, and thank you for that observation, Callie. Callie says, if we go by their clothes and their garments, everything changed once they got to Vegas. Is this show a fraud? I mean, I feel like a lot of the stuff that is misrepresented, or it's not fully explored or explained.
They could have left AUB and still be considered independents as long as they were together.
Right.
So,
right.
Yeah.
So they could, there's a lot of people who that don't go to the AUB and they don't wear garments or they don't do anything like that. They're called independent polygamists. So do I think they purposely set out there to fraud people? No. But at the same time, they also wanted their best foot forward. And so were a lot of the things accurately explained? Probably not. You know, that's what we're here for. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. Let's see. Yes, it's more real since the wives left. Yeah, it is more real since the wives left, because now they feel free to say things that they did not feel free to say before.
Yeah, and they were pushing for having polygamy. They started the show wanting to promote polygamy and that it was a functional thing, and then when they realized it was falling apart, now they could just be honest about their feelings about the whole thing. So
yeah, let's see. They're have an awesome night. Thanks, Jen.
Mm-hmm.
Have an awesome night. Thanksgiving blessings to you and yours if you celebrate it. We do, and we're having so much family in town for this. So we are going to wrap up here in just a minute, since my mom just got back here. I'm guessing Alice was in St. George when Robin lived there before she married Cody. I believe so. But like I said, I didn't know anything about this family at all until they got on the show. That was my first experience. There was some talk about Robin's stepdad being a federal employee and couldn't acknowledge that fact. Oh yeah, I don't know.
I don't think, well, possibly.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, Cory couldn't go back to the B. Your dad wouldn't think it was a prank call. That's so funny. Well, my dad's actually asked us to, he's tried to get us to come back a few times and said, please, please come back. You guys are more than welcome to come back. He's asked several times. Family publicity, Not any. Well, now that we started the YouTube channel, I don't know. I still think he likes you a lot.
I think we started this so that I didn't ever have to go back.
Oh my gosh, Cory. Amanda Ray said the show triggered her because she knew that they were all lying from the start. Well, and that's one of the reasons I think we were talking about this last night with his mom too. When the show first started, everybody wanted to see it. Everyone jumped on, we all watched it, and then we all kind of came to that same conclusion, like, oh, well, they're not going to tell the truth anyway, so let's not invest any more time. So that's one of the reasons why we didn't watch it too. And I'm not saying that they purposely went out there to defraud people at all. That's not, I don't feel like that was their intent. I just don't feel like it was accurately described at all. And so a lot of us stopped watching for that reason. Let's see. They toned down the culture for stuff for the show. They did. And they don't let you see how damaging it actually is or how much control these men really think that they have over these women. Happy Thanksgiving and thanks for all you do. Thank you, Briley. Just come back. You don't have to wear your garments. You can be monogamous. Somebody says, Cory, that's awesome. Yeah. No, we would have, if we did go back, it would be, we'd have to get rebaptized. Like, there's a whole process. We'd have to get rebaptized. There's a bunch of things we'd have to do. Okay, we're just going to do a couple more questions, and we're going to wrap up here.
Dad will promise Cory he doesn't have to do the kiss of the priesthood either.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, my dad will show you what that is. Let's see. Okay, one more question here. I think she planned to be wife number 2, but she could be wife without other wives. Oh, I don't know. I think that's what's so ridiculous is Cody's like, this is so made for TV. It's ridiculous when Cody's like, can you love me as a monogamist? Well, that wasn't my intent, but here we are. I mean, come on. I think Cody only feels bad because his meal ticket is coming to an end, not because he lost all of his wives. Thank you. Thank you, So Blessed. That's so nice. Yeah, thank you for acknowledging that, Pink Star, because that's exactly why he's sad. At least he loves your apostate husband. I can't say that for myself anymore. I don't know if he still loves me. I kind of would be very surprised if he did. So, okay, well, this is episode 11. Thank you guys all so much for joining us. We will be going live again on Friday. On both platforms, we'll be going live again. So please check us out if you are aren't busy and you're not. We don't Black Friday shop, so we will not be out shopping. We will be home, snuggled up, eating some.
Putting up our Christmas tree.
Yeah, we're putting up our tree on Wednesday, but and so we will be doing that. So everyone have a wonderful holiday.
Yep.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight, and I will go ahead and post this on that other platform here in just a little bit. What did you have?
Mm-hmm. Nothing. Thank you guys so much.
Happy
appreciate
holidays.
The humor. Appreciate everybody coming in and having fun with us.
Yep. Thank you guys so much. Okay. Good night.